Speaking of abomination, almost 36 criminal cases have been or will soon be dismissed by the Baltimore State Attorney's Office after 3 cops were accused of planning not accused of planning evidence. Y'all, we saw the video. Yeah. This police body cam video was discovered several weeks ago by the Baltimore's Public Defender's Office while prepping for an upcoming trial. It shows a cop planting drugs. Okay, that's good. And then returning to the same spot to retrieve them while 2 fellow officers watched the entire episode. Now, these dumb cops were unaware that the body camera records 30 seconds prior to its activation and recorded the fools planting the drugs.
The dude in the green looks scared. Look at that.
All right, there's supposed to be some sound, folks. All right. There are 123 cases that have connections to the 3 officers. 34 of them have been or are in the process of being dismissed. 12 other cases involve defendants who are currently in prison. 77 other cases are still under review.
And they still have jobs.
Yeah. Yep, one's suspended and one's on administrative leave.
But see, again, though, same thing. We've been saying this for a long time about the actions of these cops. And guess who's been quiet? The Baltimore Fraternal Order Police. They ain't said nothing. Their Twitter page has been quiet.
In fact, they did say something. They said that, don't rush to judgment. They could have been reenacting the finding of the evidence. And so they said something. Oh, I agree. It's complete BS, and that's one of the things I have.
Hey, guys, we're supposed to have Marilyn Mosby soundbite. Where is it? Can you please play it?
Where there is an independent corroborative evidence, and where these officers are material and necessary witnesses, we are dismissing those cases which rely exclusively on the credibility of these officers.
This boils down to, again, credibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not the first time in Baltimore. I used to live there for 2 years, lived about 30 miles outside of there. In March of this year, the FBI arrested 7 police officers for filing false statements, for shaking down citizens. So this is not new. This is a culture in the Baltimore Police Department, and I hope that, something has been done. You pointed out earlier in your segment that this all came to light, one, because the police officers were stupid. They didn't know how to properly fabricate evidence, but also came to light because the Public Defender's Office was doing their job. And also, I'm going to give kudos to Marilyn Mosby. She has not been afraid to come after police in her own department, her own city, even if it's not politically advantageous for her.
But let's be clear, the Department of Justice's own report on this police department showed how shameful their conduct is, and it was Jeff Sessions who wanted to not go forward with the consent decree. Baltimore said, no, we're going to go forward. And so, again, if Sessions had actually read the report, he would have seen it. This is the kind of actions we've seen in Baltimore and other major cities.
Well, and once again, this is Sessions' ideology. He doesn't care about what the report says. His whole ideology is this, especially repressive and dangerous type of law and order that we know puts us at the defensive, and it makes us very, very vulnerable to having at least civil rights infringements, if not out-and-out murder, ignored when it's done at the hands of police.
And let's be very clear, Roland, this is still the era of which school-to-prison pipeline, prison population, black folks, and police brutality and not trust of the police is still coming into the light, into fruition, where folks are doing their research. This should be an opportunity for the police officers and the police force, for the FOP, to say we are going to take the correct stance of justice, the correct stance of history, admit our own wrongs, and realize that we also have flaws and that we are not perfect. But now, like you said, the Facebook page, the Twitter page, and the statements have not come out in support of this, and that's why we continue to have distrust between the communities of color and police officers. And so it's a good thing, and I applaud Ms. Mosby because I respect her, and she is doing incredible work for the city of Baltimore. But this is not just about, police officers planted drugs and we found them on a body cam. This is about, how does the police union, how does the police force now take responsibility and own up to their mistakes and fix what is wrong so that we can have a better trusting relationship between the community and law enforcement?
And like Black Lives Matter been trying to say, hashtag we tried to tell you.
Yep.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no. That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
News One Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.